Welcome back. In this class, we will discuss certain problems related to Charpit's method and solving them from Charpit's subsidiary equation by the method of multipliers and grouping method. Now consider the problem. Solve z is equal to p square s plus q square y. So let us call this as f. Let our f is equivalent to z minus p square x minus q square y equal to 0, equation number 1. And finding all the first order partial derivatives. So fx equal to, what is fx? Fx is minus p square, fy is equal to minus q square, fz is equal to 1, fp is equal to, fp is minus 2px, fq is equal to minus 2qy. Now Charpit's subsidiary equations are dx by minus fp is equal to dy by minus fq equal to dz by minus pfp minus qfq equal to dp by fx plus pfz equal to dq by fy plus qfz. And substituting for derivatives, we get dx by 2px equal to dy by 2qy equal to dz by 2p square x plus 2q square y equal to dp by minus p square plus p equal to dq divided by minus q square plus q. And see that in this subsidiary equations, no two pairs are in separable form, especially the last two are not in separable form. In our previous problems, we have used the final ratios, fourth and fifth ratios, and from which we can directly find the values of p and q. Here it is not possible. So here we are looking for certain proper multipliers, which will result in ratios which are in separable format. By properly choosing the multipliers p square 2px for the first and fourth ratios and q square 2qy for the second and fifth ratios, we can rearrange or we can construct a new relation which is in separable format. That is from the first and fourth ratios, and adding these first and fourth ratios, we have the numerator p square ds plus 2px dp, by denominator adding denominators 2p cube x minus 2p cube x plus 2p square x. And similarly, from the second and fifth ratios, using the multipliers q square and 2qqy and adding together, we get the ratio q square dy plus 2qy dq divided by 2q cube y minus 2q cube y plus 2q square y. So this simplifies to expression. This is equal to q square dy plus 2qy dq the whole divided by q square y. This on further simplification will give, we can split it into two ratios, p square dx divided by p square ds, that is dx by x plus 2px divided by p square x, cancelling one px, we have 2dp divided by p is equal to, similarly for the right hand side, dy divided by y plus 2 dq divided by q. So on integrating both sides, we get integral dx by x plus 2 into integral dp by p is equal to integral dy by y plus 2 into integral dq by q plus constant of integration. Here the constant of integration can be taken as log of a. So that will give log x plus 2 log p is equal to log y plus 2 log q plus log a. So applying properties of logarithm, so this can be reduced as log x plus log p square, that is log x p square minus log y q square is equal to log a, or this will give log of xp square divided by yq square is equal to log a. That implies xp square by yq square equal to a, or we have xp square is equal to a yq square. Question number 2. So we have the relation xp square is equal to a yq square. We can substitute this relation in equation number 1. That is, on substitution we get Substituting we get z is equal to xp square. What is xp square? Xp square is ayq square plus yq square, that is equal to a plus 1 into yq square, from which we can find the value of q square. So what is q square? Q square is z divided by a plus 1 y, or q is equal to square root of z divided by a plus 1 into y. Equation number 3. Also from equation number 2 we can find the value of p square or p by substituting for q square. That is, from equation number 2, xp square is equal to ayq square. Ayq square, and what is our q square? Q square is z divided by a plus 1 y. Z divided by a plus 1 y. So that is p square is equal to az by a plus 1 x. So that implies p is equal to square root of az by a plus 1 x. Relation number 4. So we have the values of p and q as functions of x, y, z and a. Now the differential of the solution dz equal to p dx plus q dy. Substituting the values of p and q, that is square root of az by a plus 1 x dx plus square root of z divided by a plus 1 y dy. So from the right hand side we can remove the term root of z by a plus 1. So multiplying with the reciprocal, we have square root of a plus 1 into dz by root z. Dz by root z is equal to root a by root x dx plus 1 by root y dy. So that is in a direct integrable format. This on integration will give square root of a plus 1 into integral dz by root z is equal to square root of a into integral dx by root x plus integral dy divided by root y plus some another constant of integration, say b. So that implies square root of a plus 1 into root z by 1 by 2 is equal to root a into, this is also root x divided by 1 by 2 plus root y divided by 1 by 2 plus b. Or we can remove the 1 by 2 factor from both sides, that is square root of a plus 1 into root z. Square root of a plus 1 into z is equal to square root of ax plus square root of y plus 2b, or we can call it as another constant, say b dash. So this is the complete integral containing two arbitrary constants a and b dash. Consider the second question. Solve z square equal to pqxy. So as before we call this as z square minus pqxy equal to 0, equation number 1, and finding all the first order partial derivatives fx, fy, fz, fp and fq, and substituting into the Chapitz subsidiary equation, that is dx by minus fp is equal to dy by minus fq is equal to dz by minus pfp minus qfq equal to dp by fx plus pfz equal to dq by fi plus qfz. See, in this problem also we cannot group any two ratios, so that will result in a separable format. So choosing the proper multipliers p, q, x, y for the first, second, fourth and fifth ratios, and adding first and fourth ratios, that means dx by qy multiplied with p, and the fourth ratio dp by minus pqy plus 2pz is multiplying with the x and adding, that is p dx plus x dp, divided by adding the respective denominator, we get pqxy minus pqxy plus 2xz p, that is equal to, and another set is for the second and fifth ratio. For the second ratio we are multiplying the second with the q and the fifth with the y and adding, that is q dy plus y dq divided by pqxy minus pqxy plus 2yz cube. And on simplification, the denominator changes to, we can cancel the pqxy terms, and we have 2xzp, and similarly we can cancel pqxy in the right hand side denominator, and we get 2yz cube. So finally we have p dx plus x dp divided by x, we can cancel one more term in the denominator, that is 2z. 2z is a common factor in both the denominators. So we will finally left with p dx plus x dp divided by xp is equal to q dy plus y dq divided by yq. So the simplified expression p dx plus x dp divided by xp equal to q dy plus y dq divided by yq. This on division, we can divide p dx by xp, that is cancelling p, we get, so this implies dx by x plus, and second division implies dp by p. dp by p is equal to dy divided by q dy divided by yq, cancelling that q, dy by y plus dq divided by q. So that will result in a direct separable format, and this one integration will give, integrating both sides, integral dx by x plus integral dp by p is equal to integral dy by y plus integral dq divided by q plus some constant of integration, say log a. So that is integral dx by x is log x plus log p is equal to log y plus log q is equal plus log a. Or applying properties of logarithm, so this is log of xp minus log of yq, that is log of xp divided by yq is equal to log a. So taking anti-logarithm, we get xp is equal to, or xp divided by yq is equal to a, that implies, so that step implies xp is equal to ayq, and we can substitute for this xp in equation number 1. Suppose we are substituting this xp as what is xp? Xp is equal to ayq, we get ayq into yq, so a into y square q square. So in order to convert all the terms in equation 1 into a perfect square, so it is better to take this constant of integration as a square. So we are changing this a to a square. So this is a square, a square, a square. So xp is equal to a square yq, we call this as equation number 2. And substituting in 1, substituting this in equation number 1, we get z square is equal to, z square is equal to, in the product this is xp into qy. xp, instead of xp we can substitute this as a square yq into yq, that is a square y square q square, and from which we can find the value of q square, or q square is equal to z square divided by a square y square, or q is equal to z divided by ay. Equation number 3. P is equal to a square yq and q is equal to z by ay. And from relation 2, we can find the value of p by substituting q as z by ay. From relation 2, what is xp? xp is equal to a square y into q. q is z by ay. So cancelling one ay, we get az, or this implies p is equal to az by x, relation number 4. Now using the values of p and q, we can find the differential of the solution. dz is equal to p dx plus q dy, equal to p means az by x dx plus q is z by ay, z by ay dy, and separating variable we get dz by z. dz by z is equal to a into dx by x plus 1 by a into dy by y. So this is in direct integral format. On integrating we get integral dz by z is equal to a into integral dx by x plus 1 by a into integral dy by y. We get this implies log z. Log z is equal to a log x plus 1 by a log y, 1 by a log y plus constant of integration say b, log b. So we can add a constant of integration log b. Now applying property of logarithm. So log z is equal to log of, this is x raised to a into y raised to 1 by a. 1 by a into b, because we are adding 3 logarithms. Now taking exponential powers, we get z is equal to b into x raised to a into y raised to 1 by a. So this is the complete integral. Next we consider some special cases of nonlinear partial differential equations of first order. The first one is a function of f of pq is equal to 0, and the second is of the form z is equal to px plus qy plus a function of p and q. This is called the Clairaut's equation. Clairaut's equation. And the third is equation is directly in the form of a function of x and p is equal to another function of y and q. This is called the separable equation. Separable equation. So in all these cases, we can find the second partial differential equation and the corresponding p, the values of p and q by the method of grouping only. So in majority cases we will consider only the last two ratios, that is the fourth ratios involving dp and dq. So in the first set, if the problem is directly of the form f of pq is equal to 0, the first three partial derivatives are absent because this doesn't contains x, y and z directly. So the first three partial derivatives are zeros, and consequently we will result in the Charpit subsidiary equation as dp by 0 equal to dq by 0, which is a direct integrable format. And similarly for the second Clairaut's equation also, we can use this fourth and fifth ratio to find the value of p and q directly, and separable case also direct integration is possible. Now consider the problem, solve p square plus q square equal to 1, we call it as equation number 1. So this problem belongs to a function of pq is equal to 0, no x, y and z directly. So let us take this as f, our f is equivalent to p square plus q square minus 1 equal to 0. Therefore the first three partial derivatives fx, fy, fz equal to 0. And what is fp? fp is equal to 2p, fq is equal to 2q. And Charpit subsidiary equations are dx by minus fp, that is dx by, what is dx by minus fp, that is dx by minus 2p is equal to dy divided by minus fq, that is minus 2q is equal to dz by minus pfp minus qfq minus pfp, that is minus 2p square minus qfq minus 2q square is equal to dp divided by fx plus pfz. What is fx? fx is 0 plus pfz. pfz is pfz is 0 because fz is 0, and last ratio dq divided by fi plus qfz. fi 0, fz 0, so we have 0. See, the last two ratios directly give the values of p and q. So from the last two ratios we have dp equal to 0. dp equal to 0 implies p is a constant, and dq is equal to 0. This one integration will give the value of q as another constant, say b. p is equal to a and q is equal to b. But according to relation number 1, squaring and adding this p and q will result in 1. So from equation number 1, we have p square plus q square equal to 1, that is a square plus b square equal to 1. So this implies these two arbitrary constants are connected by the relation a square plus b square equal to 1, or from which what is b? B is equal to square root of 1 minus a square. B is differential of the solution dz equal to p dx plus q dy, that is p dx, p means a dx plus b dy. So this on integration will give z is equal to, integrating we get z is equal to ax plus by plus some constant of integration, we call it as c. But we know that this b means b is actually a function of a, hence z is equal to ax plus square root of 1 minus a square y plus c. So this is the complete integral containing two arbitrary constants a and c. Consider the Clairaut's equation, z is equal to ps plus qy plus pq. Question number 1. So your f is equivalent to z minus px minus qy minus pq is equal to 0. And what is fx? Fx is equal to minus p, fy is equal to minus q, fz equal to 1, fp is equal to, what is fp? Fp is minus x minus q, fq is equal to, fq means minus y minus p. Now substituting all these first order partial derivatives in Chaput's equations, we will consider the last two ratios, that is dp by fx plus pfz. Pfz is equal to dq divided by fy plus qfz. So that implies dp divided by fx plus pfz. Fx is minus p plus pfz. Pfz is what? That is minus p plus p is equal to dq divided by fy plus qfz. Fy is minus q plus qfz. Qfz is q. So that implies dp by 0 equal to dq by 0. So the last two ratios of Chaput's relation, Chaput's substitute equations directly give p is equal to 0, dp is equal to 0 and dq is equal to 0. So from which dp equal to 0, dp equal to 0 means p is a constant, dq is equal to 0 implies q is a constant, we call this as b. Now to find the relation between these two arbitrary constants, we can substitute these values in equation number 1. That is, from equation number 1, we have z is equal to p means a, that is ax plus q, q is b, that is by plus ab, or the product ab is equivalent to, product AB means z minus ax minus by. So we will use this relation while computing the complete integral. Now the differential of the solution dz is equal to p dx plus q dy, that is a dx plus b dy. On integrating we get is equal to ax plus by plus some constant of integration c. Now we can substitute for this c. What is c? C means c is equal to z minus ax minus by. Z minus ax minus by is our ab. Okay, hence the complete integral is of this problem is z is equal to ax plus by plus, instead of c, that c is our product AB. Consider the separable equation p plus q is equal to s plus y. We can separate this in the form of a function of x and p is equal to a function of y and q, that is p minus x is equal to y minus q, and we call this equation as f. So this f is equivalent to p plus q minus x minus y equal to 0. So the partial derivatives are fx equal to minus 1, fy is equal to minus 1, fz equal to 0, fp is equal to 1 and fq is equal to 1. Now from the Chapitz subsidiary equations, we will write the four ratios of Chapitz subsidiary equations, that is dx by minus fp. dx by minus fp minus 1 is equal to dy by minus fq, that is minus 1. And next writing the fourth and fifth ratios, that is dp divided by fx plus pfz. fx is minus 1, fz is 0, so this is minus 1. And dq divided by fy plus qfz, that is also minus 1. So we have dx equal to dp, that is equal to dy is equal to dq. Now the ratios dx equal to dp implies this one integration will give x is equal to p plus some constant of integration say a, and dy is equal to dq implies y is equal to q plus another constant say b. So from which we can have direct values of p and q. So p is equal to x minus a and q is equal to y minus b. So the differential dz is equal to p dx plus q dy, that becomes x minus a dx plus y minus b dy. This implies 2z equal to x minus a the whole square plus y minus b the whole square plus 2c. Now we can avoid one arbitrary constant from the relation using the relation p plus q is equal to x plus y. But p plus q is equal to x plus y implies we are substituting for p and q, that is x minus a plus y minus b is equal to x plus y. So that implies cancelling x plus y from both sides, that is a is equal to minus b. a is equal to minus b. p equal to minus a in our relation 2z equal to x minus a square plus y minus b square plus 2c. We get the complete integral as 2z is equal to x minus a the whole square plus y plus a the whole square plus 2c. We can call it as another arbitrary constant, say c dash. So this is the complete integral involving two arbitrary constants a and c dash.